All right, so we're live, y'all. Welcome in. Today, we're going to be talking about Black Friday and how technically I am not participating in Black Friday this year. Oh, I am not in the mic. Technically, I'm not participating in Black Friday. And this is one of those topics that always makes me feel a little uncomfortable to talk about as an entrepreneur because it feels like you're supposed to. Like it feels like you're supposed to participate in Black Friday. Like if you have a business, if you sell a product or if you have a service, especially if you sell a product though, it feels like you're supposed to participate in Black Friday. And it has for the past um for the past like 6, 7, 8 years, it has been a source of so much anxiety for me. Like it's unreal. It is so unreal. And I don't get that excitement that I feel like some business owners do when it comes to that. And there's a lot of um feelings that I have about the fact that for the most part I don't tend to participate in Black Friday, and it's not always a intentional choice. It ends up being more that by the time it comes around, I wasn't planning for it in the first place. Like I wasn't thinking about it well enough, or I didn't know what I was going to do by the time Black Friday rolled around. Like I didn't have anything prepared. And so even just like trying to scramble and put something together makes me feel like I just would rather not. I would rather not. It feels like so much stress for one day, one weekend, which I will not take away from the fact that it's a really big potential for you to get sales. Like it's not people participate in it for a reason. However, in my experiences, it has never been worth the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into it. And there is even a part of me that feels like it feels I feel like inadequate. Like I'm missing something as an entrepreneur, And so it doesn't always feel good to be like, I don't want to. But this year in particular, I just know for a fact. I was just like, even from a few months ago, I was just like, I'm just not, I'm not there. I'm not there. It's not my thing. It's not going to work for me. And so before I get into like what I'm feeling about it and what my plan is going to be, I want to talk about the fact that we are at 682 subscribers, y'all. I gotta give a hand clap, okay? I gotta give a hand clap because I am so grateful and so appreciative of every person who has come into these lives, who's watched the replays, and has got some kind of value from these lives. Hey y'all, I can't see. I gotta make the words bigger on here so I can see y'all. There we go. Oh, hey 911. Hey counselor. So yeah, I started this challenge, this 30-day challenge with 600 and I think it was like 650 subscribers. And so at this point I'm at, I think it was less than that actually, because I know I've had like plus 40 subscribers this month. So it's up. It's up. And my goal is I'm growing my YouTube channel, y'all. So if you're listening on TikTok, I'm also live on YouTube. And so I'm growing my YouTube channel because YouTube is going to be the platform that I invest more of my time on and focus on moving forward. And so and there's a couple of reasons why I'm doing that. Yeah, it is the same name. It's Jada West. So yeah. And at the end of this challenge, y'all. So on the last day, I am going to do a recap of all of my analytics because one thing that I love about YouTube is that YouTube gives you really in-depth analytics. And I enjoy being able to see, like for each category of content. Yeah, they out. For each category of content, thank you, Mask. You can see where people are coming from, where people are finding your content, how long they're watching your content, whether they're subscribers or whether they are. Hey, Andrea. Oh, you're over on YouTube today. Hey, welcome in. Whether they are subscribers or whether your content is being pushed out to non-subscribers, how much time they're watching your content as subscribers versus non-subscribers. Like, y'all, the analytics are like they're giving you all the tea. Okay, all the tea. And I love that because the information, it you can do so much with that understanding. So one thing that I will tease y'all, okay? I'm not gonna give y'all all the analytics breakdown today. But one thing that I will tease, thank you, Andrea. One thing that I will tease is that it let me know what I can do when I'm done with my live streams so that I can take the content that I've been creating. It basically showed me how I can repurpose my content that I'm doing live on the same platform. So not and it's not YouTube shorts. Okay. Like shorts is like a given. I feel like you can take your snippets from your shorts. I mean from your longer videos to make shorts, right? But there's another strategy that I'm gonna try out that's going to help me to take the content that I've made on when I was going live and use that on my page as well and see how that does. And so I've already tested it out with one video. And so I'm going to go back through and use some of my more popular live streams and see how that does as well. So I'm really excited to show y'all that because I'm literally like figuring out this algorithm and this strategy so that if anything that I'm learning is going to help you, then you're going to know it too. Okay. So yeah, I'm really excited to share that. And I will, if I don't share that on the last day, I will share it. I'll share it soon after that. I might go live, one more time for the one time and just go through and let y'all know that what that was like. Okay. So let's get back to what I really wanted to touch on today. All right. And that is Black Friday and how I am not participating in Black Friday, at least not in the way that you're supposed to. You're supposed to as a business owner. I don't have any deals. I don't have any sales that I'm running. I didn't even like create anything. Like I haven't been marketing any Black Friday deals. Like I haven't been doing anything like that, right? The only thing that I've been marketing, and I started that the beginning of this challenge, was talking about the brand style lab sessions, which is an intensive where we can work through your brand, how you want to expand it. We talk about content strategy, what platform you're supposed to be on, and helping you to refine that, figure out your brand personality, all that good stuff, right? And I gave a link to that. I'll put a link to that again in this video so that you can go and check that out if that sounds like it's something that you need for your business. But outside of that, like that's not a new thing. Like I'm not running a Black Friday deal on that. I haven't run any ads, like nothing like that, right? And Black Friday has been one of the sore spots for me as an entrepreneur. And it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it started, but I honestly believe that retail messed me up, y'all. Like retail really, like it really just did a number on your girl because I used to work in H&M. And so y'all know, especially like stores, a brand as big as H&M. If you ever been to an H&M store in New York, working Black Friday, it is it is intense, and it doesn't stop until January. Like and then in January, everything stops. It comes to a screeching halt, and they start cutting hours. But we're not gonna talk about that right now. And so I've had this anxiety that occurs during the holidays, and it happens regardless of, thinking about how much money you have to spend, and buying gifts, and the things that you might think about traveling, like all that stuff. Those weren't even at the forefront of my mind. Like, what was really at the forefront is this idea of having to sell at that capacity, like sell at that level, and having to accommodate and serve so many people at one time. And if y'all have ever shopped during Black Friday, especially if you have shopped in a store, like in a clothing store, and you see how ridiculous that store gets between the lines and the people asking questions about what's on sale, what's not on sale, this price tag isn't right, the fitting room lines are long. It is so much. Used to be a manager. Oh, you definitely get it then, savvy. Like, you definitely get it. And there was a point in time where my retail job also overlapped my business, and I actually, which I would never recommend this to anybody, y'all, but I started my business in November and try to market and participate in Black Friday as a new business that was still getting established. I literally started my business like maybe like a week before officially, right? Like, when I first started like promoting it. And I had like my website up and running, and I was like, "Oh, Black Friday is going to be the perfect day to launch my website." It was not. It was not, y'all. It was not a good idea. Okay, spoiler alert. It was a terrible idea. It was not a good idea. And one of the biggest reasons why it can be challenging for people to participate, hey Deanna, to participate in Black Friday is because depending on where you are in your business and building it, you are still establishing an audience. You're still establishing a clientele. You're still building a community. And it's already incredibly competitive to participate in Black Friday. And if I'm gonna keep it like all the way real with y'all, okay, organic marketing, if you have not already established an audience that is used to purchasing from you and buying from you, and that means like an email list, or if you have some kind of community, maybe even like, not online, but you have an in-person community, maybe you have a storefront or some kind of like physical location, some kind of physical presence where people can find you outside of an algorithm. You are really you're up against people who are putting up money to have their content be seen. Like, this is the time where people are spending money on ads. This is the time where people are dropping a lot of their sponsored posts. Campaigns are being pushed out. People doing affiliate things, and with the way that TikTok Shop has gone, I know we had TikTok Shop last holiday, but now we have TikTok Shop like amplified. Now the focus is going to be on what is going to bring money to, like, what, like, people who are paying to play. Okay. Yeah, the pre-launch thing. Yes. And the thing is that, especially for a lot of us, like, we didn't know the technical ways to start a business. We didn't know the technical ways to get things up and running. We didn't know some of the legal things that you needed to have, like all of that stuff. You didn't have that all together. And you learn it along the way, or you maybe meet somebody who gives you the information that you need. So, like, it's a situation where you just didn't know what you didn't know. And so I don't ever want to make anyone feel bad about that. Like, it's just a learning experience for some of us. Like, there's some things you don't know it. You try it out, you were courageous, you were bold, you put it out there, and it just wasn't the right thing. And like, that's definitely fine too. But I like to share my experiences with it because I've started to notice a trend with me when it comes to Black Friday, right? And so I'm hoping that in me sharing this, that not only will people feel encouraged by it and see themselves in it, but we also can think about some creative ways to still be present during this season that isn't as much of a strain or maybe even out of alignment with your brand, with your values and what it is that are important to you. And really, y'all, like just breaking out of this belief that you have to participate in it, that you have to do it. And that's the part for me that has been a really big struggle because the people who are marketing, there are some really good marketers. There's some really good marketers out there. And not only are are as a business owner, are you looking at it as a consumer, right? Because we're looking for the deals. We're looking for who's got stuff discounted, who's got stuff on sale, right? But you're also looking at it as a business owner. So you're not just looking at it for what it is, but you're looking at, oh man, look at how they ran this campaign, or look at how they have this ad on this platform and this platform and this platform, or look at how this person is promoting this product on TikTok Shop and how good they're doing and how consistent they are, and they're always on live, or they've made so many videos about it. Like, you are comparing yourself as well as being a consumer of the content, and it is sometimes you don't realize the impact that it can have on you mentally when you're now trying to take in all this information and is making you feel away. Yes, yes, exactly, Andrea. Andrea said it makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. And that is exactly why I felt like I had to talk about it. It made me feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm not prepared enough. I'm all over the place, or like here this season comes around again and I don't have nothing in order. And there are even some people, especially who are marketing business coaching services, right? Who will tell you, look at you, you ain't even got your Black Friday plan together. I can't believe it's September, it's October, and I bet you ain't figured out what your Black Friday sales strategy is. You haven't even figured out a plan. Like, there's this sense of FOMO and also shame for feeling like you don't have it together. And one thing that's oh, Chelsea, I have not forgot. I'm going to reach out to you, okay? I promise I am. After this I am. Um but there's all not only like you gives you like that feeling, like that sense of FOMO, and like you're not doing enough and that shame, but also like you never really give yourself an opportunity to sit and think, is it in my best is it to my benefit to participate in this? Like, is this really in alignment with my goals? Is this really in alignment with my brand? Is this really in alignment with my values? And as an entrepreneur, as a person who is running your business, you absolutely have the right to say it doesn't. Like, you have the right to make that choice. And it's so hard because it feels like it's the thing that you're supposed to do. Hey, Adrian. It feels like it's the thing that you are supposed to do. You have to do it. And if you don't participate in it, you have failed as an entrepreneur. That's exactly what it feels like. And I remember having this conversation with an entrepreneur a couple of years ago, and this was like back when the pandemonium was like first popping off, like maybe 2020, 2021, and we were all kind of gathering together on Clubhouse. And so we were just talking about entrepreneurship, and people were talking about the different challenges that they were having. And it really ended up being a very therapeutic space. Like, I kind of missed that energy. It felt really good to just be around other people who you were listening to them share their views and their perspectives as business owners, and you were listening, and some people, they were following what what is expected, right, when it comes to participating, and then some people were like, yeah, I'm not, and I'm okay with that. And then there were some people who were like, I'm not, and I feel bad about it. However, it's impacting my mental health, like it's impacting what I got going on personally, or it feels like it would take away from time with my family, or it would take away from the time that is important for me to just pour into myself. I feel like if I'm constantly on to make sales, then I'm not present at home, or I'm not present where I need to be. And it doesn't make anyone who does participate in it and has, their family, their children, their spouses, whatever you have, that's a responsibility. It doesn't make you bad for participating in it, because you got to make your money. You make your money. However, I do feel like it both can be good depending on what your values are, what your priorities are, and what you feel is important to you, and ultimately, like, what is best for your business, like what's best for where you are right now, and feeling empowered by that choice, because it's not about the FOMO, but it's about what is the it was a the joy of missing out. Have you ever heard of that before? The joy of missing out. And I heard this term, I learned about this term last year, and I thought that it was a really it was a simple twist, but like thinking about it, I was like, I don't have to be afraid of missing out, because I know that I made this choice from an informed place. I made this decision from an informed perspective, and I can be confident in the fact that this is what I'm choosing to do, because I know what I'm doing. I know what my goals are. I know why I'm not participating in it, and asking myself those questions, as opposed to just feeling bad about it and not doing it, or feeling bad and then trying to rush and put something together. But being honest about how I feel in this at this time, and how I feel about not participating in it, and how I feel about myself as an entrepreneur, and then really sitting with those thoughts and asking myself, like, am I really a failure, or am I making this the best decision for my mental health right now? Because even for me, y'all, like the holidays, like I told you, the holidays, it messes with me. Okay, it messes with me. Like, I'm liable to pop off about anything when I start feeling anxious, and I don't do my best work when I'm in that space. Like, I don't create the best things. It doesn't even it feels like it's just like rushed and like hustly, and like super like salesy. Like, that's the word I want to use, and very transactional, and that's not my personality on a regular day. Like, that's not my brand on a regular day. So why am I now switching it up, unless my motivations are not in alignment? Like, my motivation are not in alignment with my values and my priorities. Yeah. What Deanna, yeah, I saw your comment, but I forgot what it is that I said that you responded to. Um I That made me think about something else. Okay, so y'all want to hear a story about what I would consider my most successful Black Friday, but I still wouldn't do it again? Yeah. Oh, knowing I'm not ready for the rush. Yeah, that's another one too. That's another one too. Not being ready for the rush. Okay. All right. So y'all, all right. Check this out. So this was maybe 2022. That feels right. And I had created, no, it was 21. And I had created something called the Soul Care Journal, right? And so this was around the time where I still wasn't sure what I was doing. Like I knew that I needed to put fashion down. And so that was when I had made that dramatic video, like I quit fashion design. And I didn't know what to do next. I was extremely burnt out, and so 2021 I was navigating like what it meant to explore being a coach and what is it that I do now? Because I was just like in a very weird place where I just like rediscovering myself. And so the thing that I came up with was a soul care journal. And the soul care journal was a way for me to process my feelings. It was a way for me to be honest about where I was and like just get some things out of my head. So I had a brain dump section. And then it also had a section for me to take action. And so like that was like the framework that I created for myself to process what I was feeling, get the things out of my head, and then to actually do something. And it really helped me to maneuver past like, being a procrastinator because procrastination was like real, real bad. And just was like a lot going on. You know, it's 2021. We all was there, right? Like it was a lot happening. So the journal ended up being a really big hit that year. I People were starting to recognize me. I was calling myself a soul care strategist. And it's so funny because strategy has always been like in my brain somewhere. And so at that point in time, I was like, I'm a soul care strategist, right? Like I wanted to help creatives because I knew I wanted to serve creatives, even though it wasn't still a fully formed concept. I want to help creatives to take care of their soul, to take care of themselves so that they can be their most creative self, right? And so the journal ended up being a really popular journal for me, and people were starting to recognize me as the soul care lady. And so I started to think about towards like the end of the year, maybe like August, I was starting to think like, well, how can I position this journal for the holidays? Over the summer, it started off as a digital product, and then um, it started off as a digital product early in the summer. Mid to late summer, I created the physical version of this journal. And then the physical version of it, I was like, I want to make this like really pop. Like, I want to make this special. And so I recruited two of my entrepreneur friends. They were my sisters. They're still my sisters. We don't talk as frequently as we did at that time. And so one of them has a tea business, and the other one, she was making candles. And so I was like, what if we all came together with our products and we created a soul care box, right? And the way that it was marketed, y'all, I was like, I can't believe this came out of my brain. Like, this is a really good idea. And so I was thinking about how this time of the year, I start to feel like the seasonal affective disorder. I started just feeling really sad. Is the transition is so rough. It feels like it takes me so long to just get into the groove of things when the weather starts getting colder. And then just in general, I'm upset that it's cold, like I'm grieving the warmth. So I was like, I want to create like an entire experience around this. And like at this point, I think that everybody was starting to pop out with their own like subscription boxes and their own gift boxes. And so this was my thing. This was my way of doing that. So I brought we had our strategy sessions, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna need this. Like these are the teas that I want from your business. This is the candle that I want to make. That I want to have from your business, y'all. It like legit. It was lit. Okay, it was lit, and I didn't have this idea until September, and from September to like Black Friday, we like conceptualized it, made it happen, and like had all the products like together. And at that time, I actually was documenting it. So one day when I feel like going through the archives, I'll pull out some clips of that and I'll share that another time. But it all came together. My friend that did the candles, she made a custom scent for the box. And when I smelled it, I was like, this smells exactly like what I want this experience to be. And so the box had the journals, it had the candles, it had the teas, it had the mug, and then it had a handwritten card from me. So I like, because I knew most of the people that bought the boxes, hey Palm, I was able to like pull from what I know about them. And the people that I didn't know, I just prayed. I prayed and I asked, what type of encouragement does this person need? And so I was writing custom messages for every box that I sent out. And so I already had experience in pricing products, taking into account the cost of shipping, the cost of production, the cost to actually make a profit off of it. Like I had all that calculated and figured out because when I went to school, that was one of the things that I learned. So all of this came together. I spearheaded the marketing, and I was telling people about this journal, like, and because I had brought them on the journey with me. It wasn't like I just like, popped up out of nowhere and started talking about it on Black Friday. I was like, no, we need some lead time because I know how competitive Black Friday is. But we didn't run any ads on it. And it's still like, keep in mind, like although the Soul Care Journal was becoming popular, it still lacked the clarity in the target audience that I would have liked for it to have, where it could have stood on its own, right? And so that's fine now. It's water under the bridge. But it ended up being, hey Kuma, it ended up being a huge success for me. Okay. So I want to make sure I want to make sure that I like manage your expectations, because I know when people say like huge success, you're thinking like hundreds of orders, right? That was not even my goal. Like my head was not even there. I just was proud of myself for bringing us together, creating the product and selling the boxes. So we ended up selling about 25 of these boxes, right? And so I was really proud of ourselves because we had sold them. I had sold out of them by the beginning of December. And I sat back and I thought about that whole experience and I was like, this is not good enough. Hey, Kayla. I looked at all of that and I was like, wow, this was a flop. I was not pleased. I was so incredibly disappointed. And like again, I didn't have these expectations that of it doing hundreds of orders, right? But there was a part of me, like if I'm being real with y'all, like if I'm being honest, there was a part of me that was like, I really would have loved for it to have done that though. Like, wouldn't it have been cool if it went above and beyond what I had imagined it could? And I I think that what I was realizing in that moment is that the like if I knew who that box was really for, and if I had refined the target audience, I didn't need Black Friday to sell that box. And the fact that I was starting to get more, I got like a burst of sales when we first launched it. But then I started to get sales after that. And then even when I was done selling them, people were asking me, oh, do you still sell the Soul Care boxes? Like, I love the Soul Care box. I got mine, and like the candle just smelled so good and it was just so relaxing. And like I got a lot of good feedback from it. And so it really made me think, like, was this effort worth it to meet this deadline in particular? You know what I mean? Like, was all of this energy worth it for it felt like it was short-sighted to put so much energy into this project for this weekend, this in particular. And I remember feeling super frustrated in the moment because I it felt like my content wasn't getting a whole bunch of views. This is like I was really promoting this on IG, y'all. Like this wasn't even TikTok. This was before I was really taking TikTok seriously. So it was it was getting less views than what I typically get. And at that point, I didn't understand how the holiday season operated when it came to social media and how much people depend on running ads and putting money behind their posts in order for it to be visible. Like I was not getting the whole pay to play aspect of it. And at this point, Instagram had already opened up like their shopping feature. And so they were leaning really heavy into the commerce. So like having all of this stuff in my mind and really thinking about it, I was like, this was not like the content that I posted 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it's just now being seen. Like it's just now getting that visibility, and it just raised more questions for me than anything. And so after that, I just never participated again. I never participated again. And it has always felt like I gave up. And it isn't until this year, I like if I'm being real with y'all, it's not until this year where I don't feel like I don't have that same feeling of I gave up. Now, what I will be honest about though is it still is incredibly uncomfortable. It's incredibly uncomfortable, and mentally it still is challenging for me not to see like my peers participating and I'm not participating in it and feeling like I'm missing out. Like, and that's why I needed the reminder just for myself and for anybody else, but really like for me, I needed that reminder that it's not about being fearful of missing out, but it's about the joy of missing out. And y'all want to know what really excited me about that, like that idea. I'm trying to phrase that question differently, but here's what I'll say. I knew I got excited when I thought about the fact that I'm not the only person that feels like this. I'm not the only person that feels like I don't want to do Black Friday. And I want to be not only be okay with it, but experience the joy of missing out on Black Friday, because that means that I get to participate or I get to experience something different than what I typically feel around this time. I get to I get to be around other people who have a similar mindset as me, right? Like, and that was a part to me that was exciting because I was like, man, I know when I put this out there, I know when I talk about this, I'm finna find my people. I'm finna find my people. Yes, like I see y'all. I see you, Kuma. I see you, Deanna. I see you, Andrea. Like I knew I'm gonna find my people. I feel like you said something about it too, Savvy. I saw you put a comment. I didn't get a chance to read through it yet, but I knew I was gonna talk about this and I was gonna find my people. And I was like, I that's one thing about me that if anything ever excites me about sharing something uncomfortable is that I know that I'm not the only person that can relate to this. I'm not the only person that feels this. And not only am I not the only person, but now I get to meet those people because I'm talking about it. Like we were all thinking it, but I said it. Like from White Chicks. Like you were thinking it, but you said it. That's how I be feeling when I get to talk about stuff that is uncomfortable. It's like, nah, I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. Okay. I'm gonna open the door for all of us because we're not doing it, and that's okay. Finally finding your people. Yes, like I know. I was like, man, this is gone. I'm not saying it's gonna go viral or nothing like that. It might could, okay? It might could be a viral video. But aside from that, I just knew that I was gonna find people that like resonated with it, and you resonate with it for a reason. Like Kuma mentioned the blind consumerism, like the overconsumption and the buying just to buy, it is so frustrating for me. Like it's one of the things that I I really have a hard time with not being judgmental about it. Even like for myself, like when I'm realizing like Jada, you're doing a whole lot and it's wasting. Like it's very wasteful. And so like there's times where I really had to check myself and also still be kind to myself because this is the society that has been cultivated, that's been created, it's been marketed to us, so it makes sense to fall victim to it. But to be reminded of it, to have it be put in your face and to do something different because of it, hey Shari, that is that is where I feel like the redemption comes in. And wait, gotta be silk satin. Oh yeah, this I got this as a gift last year for Kwanzaa. My sister got it for me. I got my sleep mask on. If y'all don't sleep with a sleep mask, get you one. Okay? Get you one because this sleep mask, I still don't sleep great, but I notice a difference. Okay? Like this, like I real life sleep in this. It is incredible how hard it is to sleep, even when like it's not even doesn't have to be like super bright or light outside, but I can't even like see anything. Like somebody turns the light on in the hallway or the bathroom, I don't even see none of that. You know what I'm saying? So get you one, okay? Get you one is all I'm saying. But yeah, y'all, it feels like a weight has just been lifted off my chest. Like I'm not participating in it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I say that I'm not doing it in the way that is typically done, right? Like something that I definitely I told y'all about already, that I want to do is that instead of promoting a product for Black Friday, I want to promote other brands. I want to promote other creators. I want to talk about other businesses that I love. I want to express gratitude for the people that have helped me and share their businesses too. I want to. I'm not gonna shut myself off from it because it's happening, but I don't have to conform to the ways that other people choose to participate in it. And I don't like I don't want to. I'm not interested in it. I'm not trying to make any Black Friday deals. I and it's something else that made me think about it. You wish to do the same? Well, you know what? Like if you catch me live, because this is gonna be on Saturday. So if you catch me live, you can come in and talk about your business. I'm good. I'm cool with that. If you want to come in, you want to talk about what you do, and we can just have fun as entrepreneurs, that's what we can do. That's what we can do. Hey, John. So yeah, that's been the move from the jump. I was just like, no, like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And something else that made me what time Saturday? I don't have a time just yet, but I will be responsible and I'll create one so that y'all can know. Stop. I can't stop. I'll create an event. Okay, yeah. I'll create an event and then we'll have a time on Saturday. Okay. But okay, so this is something else that I've been seeing. It feels like Threads is like the place where the drama that isn't like regular drama, but it's like business drama happens on Threads. And so it was some back and forth going on between the people who are like, I'm not participating in Black Friday and like I can't believe that you're doing it. And then the people that are like, well, I'm gonna do it. I can't believe that you're not. Like it was like people trying to like flex about Black Friday. And it was what really triggered it was how people market for Black Friday and make you feel like you're doing something wrong if you don't participate. And like that kind of energy, it like that's the kind of stuff that'll piss me off real fast. Like I really don't like when people use fear to market to you. And I really don't like when people use shame to market to you. Like square up right now. Like that's the kind of time I'm on when it comes to that. I really don't like when people do that. And so that was like some of the conversation that was happening. And something that I've been seeing that was really messing with me was okay, I will. I will. So something that was really messing with me was I kept seeing people who were celebrating this week as the time of the year where they mass unsubscribe from business newsletters. Like they talk about how this is like the time of the, like if you didn't message me or I'm not used to seeing this many emails from you, or you don't really email, but now all of a sudden you got this deal happening and so you're emailing me. And from a consumer perspective, I can get the annoyance because it comes across as very transactional. But from the business side, it really irritated me to see that because it felt spiteful. Like, do you really support small businesses? Do you really care about small businesses if you're mass unsubscribing from their newsletters because, oh, I finally caught you, or I finally see you? And just in general, y'all, people who unsubscribe from your newsletters, they, let them go, let them go with grace. I think the part that irritated me was people celebrating it. Like it was given hater, like it was given like you don't know how to market well, and now I want to punish you for it. Like now I want to be petty about it. And so just this idea of approaching it that way really irritated me. And I think another part that bothered me too is that when it comes to marketing for Black Friday, it's incredibly saturated. It's so saturated. And I don't make excuses for not showing up because there are so many people doing it. However, what I am realistic about is how hard it is to do organic marketing during the holidays. It's hard. It is very hard to be seen because you are competing for visibility with so many brands who many of them have a much bigger budget than you, right? Like they just have it. They have it like that. They can afford to put their money behind their content. And so if I'm choosing to advertise with my newsletter because my newsletter is not subject to an algorithm, and you're taking that as an opportunity to unsubscribe for sport, I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. Like that's the kind of energy that's just is weird to me. It's so weird to me. I honestly I don't get mad at people marketing in emails. I signed up for your newsletter. The only time it bothers me is if I didn't agree to it and I'm finding out because you're emailing me, right? Like I don't remember signing up for this, or if I feel like I'm just no longer interested in your products or your services, which is again not personal. I'm just not interested in it. So let me get off the newsletter because this is not something that I want to see. But outside of that, like just because, oh, you didn't email me all year. Now all of a sudden you want to email me? Yes, because that's what emails are for. Like that was weird. I just didn't get that. And I didn't get the people celebrating it. And they're like, yeah, yeah, I do it too. I celebrate. I was like, that's good to know. I love that you're being honest about that. Noted. So going back to because Kuma asked me to expand on like the shame and the fear tactics that people use. So this you see this a lot, especially when people's business is connected to then when their target audience is business owners, right? if they're targeting entrepreneurs, business owners, content creators, influencers, people who have to make content for their business. And you'll see a lot of people use things like, you haven't created a Black Friday strategy. Like, look at you. Like, I can't believe you waited this long. I can't believe that you're trying to show up now and do it. Like, making you feel shameful in order to get the sale. And the whole idea of using shame to market to people is actually much more deeply embedded than most of us even recognize and pay attention to. Um, the fashion industry gets a lot of heat for it, and rightfully so, because the shame is just embedded in the way they market. But shame is an effective marketing tactic to use for women. Women are, we're the ones who spend the most money when commercials are made it, or when commercials are made, they're typically targeted to women unless it is a product specifically for men, right? But even the fact, like something that is gender neutral, like detergent and cleaning products, are still marketed to women. It is primarily marketed to women. Children's products like diapers and formula, children's clothes marketed to women, right? Like stuff that it's not explicitly for women, but women are the biggest consumers. And so when you use shame to convince someone that they need something, that is what you start to see ramp up during this time. And it's not because they haven't been doing it all year, but because they're likely increasing their marketing efforts. You start to notice it more, and it starts to feel more overwhelming because you're now getting an influx of these messages from all of these different corporations that you would not get as many of. And then even like, if y'all think about, like, take note, like over the next couple of days, how many more sponsored posts you see now versus how many you see throughout the year, right? Like think about, like, I feel like I noticed, especially on TikTok, that they are creating sponsored posts for regular posts. Like, they're not actually promoting anything. And I learned that you can actually like gift a sponsored post to somebody. So like, if I see one of Chelsea's videos on TikTok and I'm like, oh, I like what Chelsea said here, I could gift her a sponsored post, and she doesn't have to be promoting anything. Like, there's the influx of sponsored posts, brand deals, ads, all of that increases during the holidays. And so it's not that, like I said, it's not that they're doing anything different. It's just it's more consistent now, which also I feel contributes to the anxiety and the overwhelming feelings of like shame that I can feel because I'm not participating. And it just doesn't feel good. Like, I don't feel good participating in it. And I feel that that's something that I have to start honoring that. Like, I have to start honoring that and being okay. And most importantly, y'all, like, outside of like the way that I feel about it, I have to have the faith that me being strategic still, because I am still making strategic choices by not participating in it. I have to know that I'm going to be taken care of. Like, I think that most importantly, as entrepreneurs, that is where some of the fear comes in. Like, it's not just a fear of missing out on the sales, but it's a fear that this is the time of year where you're supposed to make the most money. This is the time of year where you're supposed to get the most brand deals. This is the time of year where, it's supposed to, like, people make the bulk of their income at this time of year. And it's like, okay, but is that a hard set rule? I don't want to spend my entire year working for the holidays. That don't even make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. I don't want to be dependent or reliant on one quarter of the year. And again, this is not me giving up. I'm still selling things. I still have services. I still have my Getting Unshy workbook. I still have the brand deals that I have coming up. I still have all of that stuff happening, right? But I'm not adding on any extra pressure to perform for a weekend that is supposed to be the big earner for me. But history has shown that for me, all it gives me is an increase in anxiety. And it may look like I'm navigating it well. It may seem like I'm navigating it well, but it is a hefty price to pay when January hits, because by January I feel depleted. And it sucks to start off a new year feeling like I don't have anything left. Like I just like ran out of steam. I don't want to do that. I don't want that. I want to start the new year. I want to start 2025 with excitement. I want to start it with hope. I want to start it with strategy. I want to start it feeling like I'm not, behind or having to recover. Like I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. And so to me, thinking like that starts with how I navigate right now, how I navigate this time of year, how I navigate November and December. And so that's where I'm at with it, y'all. That's where I'm at with it. And I have seen I've seen plenty of entrepreneurs not go that route, and they're good. So yeah, that was on my heart to share. I was feeling like I was just feeling like this pressure. Um I think I would call it pressure. I was feeling this pressure and I was feeling this anxiety. Just like I got to be doing something. I should be doing something. I'm not doing anything while I am literally actively doing things. Like it's just like what is like be for real. Like I am only one person. I'm just a girl. Like, what am I where is this what is this coming from? Where am I feeling this from? So before I got on live, I didn't know what I was going to talk about up until maybe about 15 minutes. Yeah, about 15 minutes before I pressed the button to go live. And so it was on my heart, and I just felt like, yeah, my business goal is to take off in November and December. Girl, I took off the end of December one year, like the last 2 weeks, and it was so hard to do. Like it was hard. Like I was gonna make it sound like this magical thing. It was not easy for me to do, but it was very necessary. It was very necessary. And I ended up getting so much clarity during that time that made me feel better prepared for the new year. And I really was grateful to myself for navigating it that way. Yeah. Oh, this is good, y'all. Actually, let's share. Let's share. Y'all already naturally doing this, but what are your goals? What are your goals for, this these next few weeks that we have in this year? Cuz we only got a couple more, we only got a handful of weeks left in 2024. So what are some of your goals? What is it that you want to focus on for the end of the year? Um Yes, you just had to check yourself real quick. That rebel coming through. It is. It is like that reformer. It's like, I don't like this. I don't like the fact that you're trying to make me do it. I don't like how it makes me feel. And I don't like how it's making my friends feel. And so I got to talk about it. I got to say something about it. You said you mentally do it anyway? Yeah. it'd be heavy autopilot mode. Heavy autopilot. Like it looks like I'm present, but in real life, I checked out. I checked out and I didn't come back until mid-January. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My goal, y'all, my goal is to my goal is to repurpose. I want to the December tends to be a month for me to reflect. And it also ends up being a month for me to prep. And I take that time to reflect on like how the year went. I reflect on how like my latest marketing efforts have gone, how I feel like my services are going. I reflect on my life, my personal life, and that's what I'm going to do. So it's going to be reflection and repurposing so that I can be in a good position for the new year because starting January, I already have an event in the works. So, and I'll tell y'all about that when the details are solidified. But yeah, that's what this is going to be about for me. 250 YouTube subscribers. Love it. Love it. Spend time with family, continuous crowd fund strategy, beat 3 games I've been wanting to play, and have a fancy dinner date recenter. Ooh, I love that fancy dinner date. Yeah, that organize your con schedule. That's going to be important. I wish to record and have options on editing. Ooh, okay. Okay, what platform are you gonna be focusing on? Oh, 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 you serious. You are serious. Think the oh, here's my last one. Here's my personal one is I gotta get some better sleep, y'all. I gotta get some better sleep. It's like it's critical. It's critical. I gotta figure this sleep situation out. It has not it has not been good. It has not been good. So, as much as like I may feel like I don't even want to say lazy, but it feels like it's rewarded to like, be up all night and have like super late night lives and like I'm not doing the graveyard shift. I'm not. Okay. For my sanity, and some other things I feel like are happening internally that I can't like put my finger on it yet, but I know that my body needs it. So figuring out this sleep and how to make it better is going to be a goal for me. Birthday vlog. Oh, when is your birthday, Deanna? Are you a December birthday? I will be pushing I'll be pushing my new products and licensing for a student stylist. Ooh, yes. Because the way I've been squaring up in the business realm. Oh, okay. You said YouTube. You're gonna be doing it on YouTube. Okay, got you. You need to get some more sleep too, Palm. It's like it's not it has not been good, guys. It has not been good. It's not been good. It's never really been good. I feel like I haven't slept since I had Kyrie. He's 9. I don't be sleeping, but I was always a sleep fighter. So it's not like I had the best sleep, but um it just seems like more lately it's like restlessness. So like even if I can get to sleep, I can't stay asleep. And like that's what's bothering me more. Like I can get there for the most part, but the restlessness is eating me up and I am unable to can. 11/17. Oh, it passed. Happy birthday. And I got engaged. You got engaged? Not you a fiance? I had no idea. Congratulations. Deanna is engaged, y'all. She finna be a whole wife. Wow. Wow. Congratulations. I know I need to set myself a night routine that I look forward to so that I can wake up ready. Yeah. Cause I definitely be staying up late. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm finna be in bed by like no 10 o'clock. I don't even know if I'm be in bed by 11. I'ma try. I'ma try. But I be needing that time to just like, you know, like that's the mom time. If you're a mom, like you get it. Like that time we be needing that. So I have a hard time just like trying to go to bed when like too close to when he does because it's like I need my time from you. But they're saying congrats, Deanna. They're saying congrats over here on TikTok. Congratulations. Yeah, she is fiancéed. She is fiancéed. The platform is steady growing, but folks refuse to hop. Oh, from TikTok. Yeah. And I'm not gonna beat nobody over the head about it either. I'm not gonna beat nobody over the head about it. Like I really am not. I'm not investing anything else. I'm not. I'm not. It's just now setting in. Yeah, well, I got you over here. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely changed up. And then like for real, there is just a lot of uncertainty around the platform. And but outside of that, y'all, like can I keep it real with y'all? Can I keep it real with you? Oh, it's just setting in. No, that's fair. That's fair. You tell us when you're ready. But congratulations. Um, my decision to focus on YouTube, real life had nothing to do with TikTok and how I felt about it. Like I have these moments where sometimes it's just God. Like I don't even know. I'm not gonna. It's just God. Like they're like the moves that I make, especially when they're moves that feel like um I'm doing it and it's not what everybody's doing. Like it's not the move for everybody. Um, it's because that's how God is leading me, and so I felt like I just had this feeling like I this is where my focus needs to be now. And when I take those chances and I make those moves, I don't always know why. I don't find out until I start doing it and then I start seeing, oh, TikTok real life may not be here in January. And I see stuff like what I was telling y'all about Spotify and how Spotify is revamping their monetization for creators. So the fact that I've been investing more time into long form content ended up working out in my favor. But not because I predicted it or planned for it. It's just because this is where I was led to go. So now we're figuring it out. Like it don't be as deep for me. And so I feel like it's important for me to say that because I don't want it to come across like I said, like I'm beating people over the head with it, or that I just have all this information and knowledge. Like I do know a lot of stuff and I don't always share or flex what I know. But there are some things where it's like legitimately it has nothing to do with my skills or my expertise or my knowledge. It's just this is what God told me to do. and now I'm doing it. And then now I'm seeing all these signs that he was leading me in the best direction. That's how it is for me. So that's my motivation behind it. And I know for some people, again, like I'm not in the business of continuously telling people what to do. I'm just gonna show you. Like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it out. I'm see how it goes. And then the people who are really interested in it, who maybe just needed to see what it looked like or how to make that transition, now you have an example. Now you see, you can visualize it, you can conceptualize it. And that's just how I operate. So if you are considering it and you're feeling like this like stagnant feeling from TikTok, or whatever platform you are on that is feeling like it's not serving you. If it's feeling stagnant, if it's feeling like it's too much of a fight and it's not yielding results, then I want you to be courageous enough to do something different. Be courageous enough to do the thing that may feel scary, that may feel like you're starting over, from scratch. It may feel like, no one's listening yet, no one's watching you, no one's checking for you. It may feel like all of that, but being courageous enough to walk in that and allow what's supposed to come from it to come from it. And like that, sometimes, like that's, especially if you are trying to or if you are an entrepreneur, and I know there's already some entrepreneurs in here that can attest to this. There are some times where you just got to take the chance. Like everything is not going to be calculated, everything is not going to be laid out for you, and you're going to have to take some chances, you're going to have to take some risks, and just see where the road takes you, see where the journey takes you. Like our need for control can sometimes be to our detriment, and I know that we know that in some area, in some level of our lives. But even in business, as entrepreneurs, we can experience these things too. So yeah, God really is a cheat code. What he placed in us, how he created us, and where he guides us is unmatched. It really is. It really is. It really is. I don't even, yes. Yes. There is so much that I just was obedient. Like so many things I can attribute to. I just listened to God. And this is where we are. Like this is where it led me to. Um and yeah, as yeah, I wasn't expecting to go there, but here we are. Here we are. So y'all, I do want to ask y'all, would you be interested in, I don't know if I'll do it as a video. Maybe I can do it as a video. Would y'all be interested in me doing a part 2 to this conversation around Black Friday and what it would look like to participate in it in different ways? Is that a conversation that y'all would like for me to have? If you're not interested in it, you will not hurt my feelings. Okay. I promise you. I'll just find something else to talk about. However, it was something that I was curious about. And so I was like, I wonder if other people are wondering this too. So if you want something like that, let me know. Okay. Just put like a yes in the comments. And we can talk about it. So a panel. Uh no, I wasn't thinking a panel. I was thinking more like I was just gonna share some ideas that I had. Like by archetype. Oh, y'all throwing some curveballs. Like archetype. Okay. Okay. So if I do something like that, I'm gonna have to do it in real time. Okay. So it'll have to be in real time. But I will accept that challenge. And we can talk about it. I don't okay. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I was talking about how I am technically not participating in Black Friday, but I am just not in the traditional way. And there are some ideas that I have that I wanted to put out there for people who don't want to just, dip out during the holidays, but you do want to know what it looks like to participate in it without necessarily like running deals or having discounts. Like, what does it look like in different stages in business or just with different values? Hey, Melina. Oh, like ideas for us to try for Black Friday. Yeah. Only thing is that I really wish I would have did this earlier. Um, but I what I feel is that even though it's literally going to be a conversation during Black Friday time, so like you can't take action on it for Black Friday, it still can be applicable for the holidays in general. So this one that you could still make pop for December. You don't have your frilly because I definitely think it would apply to all of December. Yeah, yeah. I definitely know that it will. So if y'all want to have that conversation, then I will make that happen. Cause this is a very like very crude idea, y'all. Like I was like legit like this would be fun to talk about, and then that was it. That was the extent of my thought process. But that's what these lives are for. Like the lives, they literally help me to come up with some great ideas in the moment because that's how I operate. Like that's how I move. When I try to sit down and like write stuff out, it doesn't always come out the best. And not that it's bad or difficult to understand, but it's just something about being in the moment and just like having like that energy, feeding off of that. And also like having some of y'all ideas and suggestions and your questions. I can't think of all that stuff just on my own. So yeah, the most structure I can promise y'all is that I will have some ideas. Okay. I will already come with ideas. Where that goes from there is going to be completely inspired. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that that would be a cool follow-up, especially because today I feel like today was more of a, encouragement. Um, it was more of an encouragement, and I would like to follow it up with some practical ideas. All right, y'all. Well, that's what I got. That's what I got. So Saturday, I'm gonna give us a time on Saturday. And if you want to participate in it, that one I'm going to figure out how to make that so that y'all can come up and we can have the conversation together. So it might be more of a you'll be able to hear on YouTube, but you won't be able to see the people because I can only think about how to do that with TikTok right now. And then we'll also talk about those Black Friday ideas. Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, let's talk about it. Maybe it doesn't have to be centered around Black Friday, but being unshy during the holidays. Adrian, you go, girl. You go, girl. I love that. Being unshy during the holidays. I might say getting unshy during the holidays because that's literally the name of the book. I love that. See, this is why I be having these conversations with y'all. Y'all be helping me. You see it? You see it? Y'all be helping me. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, that's what it's gonna be. Getting unshy during the y'all are great. Y'all are great. Thank you for being amazing. Okay. Hopefully it won't be we'll see. Cause I might want to do like some thrifting. I be liking to do stuff during the daytime. Because by nighttime I'm ready to be in the house like a grandma. So yeah, I'll sit with it. And then I'll give us a time. Yeah. Isn't it a good idea? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. We got a plan. We got a plan. So that'll be Friday's conversation. Um, and then tomorrow, I I don't know what tomorrow's gonna be. We'll see. We'll see how I'm led. Most likely though, it's probably just gonna be a bunch of like mushy stuff and me telling how much I appreciate y'all. And how thankful I am for all of you. So be prepared for that. I'm gonna try not to cry. All right, I'm gonna try not to cry. No guarantees. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. High school reunion. Oh, you have to explain that for me. Hey y'all. I just want to say I appreciate all you do. Thank you, Jada. We love you. I thank you. Thank you. I'm so honored that I get to do this with y'all. Like for real. For real. The I it feels good. I feel fulfilled being able to have these conversations and meet y'all and help you um just laugh with you. Like the feeling is mutual. Breathe through it. But yeah, you guys. Okay. Thank you, Elena. Okay, y'all not finna do this to me. Okay. Y'all are not finna do this to me. No, for real, no, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. For real. For real. Okay. And we're gonna wrap this up for today. We're gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna have a good time. Uh, we're gonna have a good time, and hopefully you'll be able to have your post itis nap. You can come back refreshed because I'm most likely gonna be doing it in the evening. You're welcome, Kayla. Okay, you tuning in with your plate. It's gonna probably be around this same time tomorrow. It's gonna be around the same time tomorrow. I want to play a game. Like maybe we should do something like that. If I can find a good one that we can play, maybe we'll play a game. Um and yeah, so yeah, we'll make it a nighttime one. I'll set that one now. Okay. It'll be a nighttime little kickback situation. And yeah, yeah, I want to play a game. I feel like it's not Thanksgiving if you don't play a game. Like it's just like, did it happen if you don't play? Like at least play Uno. Like it's not really the holidays. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I want to have fun tomorrow, so that's what we're gonna do. Um, okay, no, I made sure I covered everything. Okay, and then Saturday, Friday, we're gonna be talking about getting unshy during the holidays. Saturday is gonna be celebrating the brands that I love, the people that I love, and giving you a space to shout out what you do. All right. Sound good? Sound like a plan? All right. So I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Get some rest if you can. I hope that you have wrapped up all of your responsibilities for the day. And I will see y'all tomorrow. All right.